Got about 2/3 of the floor sheathing down. This is 3/4 inch pine plywood, tongue and groove, 5 ply, I think. And probably the tricky thing, one of the trickiest things about this addition was just getting the floors to line up, the old and the new. And looks like that worked out pretty well. You can see right here, old and the new, and it's within about a 1/16 of an inch, so that worked out pretty well. One of the tricks I learned somewhere, probably on YouTube, is to lay sheet goods onto a piece of foam, rigid foam insulation, and then set the blade depth just slightly thicker than what you're cutting, and do your cut on top of the foam board, and that way it's fully supported and it will never hang up the saw. So that's been real handy for doing these cuts, because in some case I'm cutting it in half, and that would be tricky to do without a helper. So here's some of the stuff I'm using to put it down. I'm trying something new this time. This is Subfloor adhesive that you dispense with your foam gun. So this is the same gun I use for spray foam insulation. And the nice thing about this is these cans last forever. I've still got quite a bit left in the can, and I've done 9 sheets of plywood. So you're not constantly switching tubes in your glue gun. And I actually did a test. Let me see if I've got that over here. I've never used this stuff before, so just to see, I glued a couple pieces of scrap together yesterday. Let's do the test on live television. So, looks like it's pretty good stuff. So, putting down a bead of glue on each floor joist, and then laying the plywood down, tapping the tongue and groove together, and then I am screwing it down with these 2.5 inch deck screws. These are, let's see, there we go. These are coated, since we are going into pressure treated lumber in some spots. And 2.5 inch T25 star drive. They're working fine, no complaints. Using impact driver to put them in, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna do final squaring. I'm overhanging the edges a bit. I'm gonna do a final squaring when it's all down, and then trim it, and then it will be ready for walls. So, show you the finished product later today.